Interesting times, isn't it? I think we're all on the verge of cracking. And, yet again this week we're having to adjust. And I do feel that, the first noble truth kind of pointing out the reason why we suffer is because of change. And this whole changing back into kind of that uncertainty of how we're going to live, how we're going to commute, how we're going to work, how we're going to socialize is bringing up a lot of instability in people. And even in myself, the past couple of days, I've been traveling on the tube and I've been practicing this breathing technique. I can practice all the asana I want, and there's a certain quality in which we hold ourselves. And I think it's important on and off our mats to experience that physical absorption of wherever you are, of that physical experience, energetic and mental experience of holding that sthira and sukham, that steadiness and ease, that stability and comfort within whatever pose, but kind of more therapeutically of real life dealing with stuff and change is pranayama practices to help self-regulate very strong thoughts, feelings, and reactions towards life. And 1 to 2 breathing pranayama really helps. One, that you remember, that smrti of remembering this tool at any given time. I'm referring back to the class that we did, the 5 upayas. So smrti is memory of vital information to help you as you navigate, remembering what matters to you most, and also just remembering your higher purpose. Absorption, that samadhi of physical body, energetic and mental, and that prajna of that light of the intelligence, that light of awareness, as you recognize kind of what is the reality of your feelings. Why are you stimulated to react in a certain way? And so that sense of light and that vira, that kind of strength and determination to kind of show up in the face of change, in the face of strong feelings, and then that trust, that shraddha, that sense of faith that you got this, you can get through this, that this will pass, that maturity of knowing that this is just like a cloud passing weather. But in the face of it, what can we do? And 1 to 2 breathing is a really important tool to have in your toolbox. So as you inhale for 4, it's very stimulating. It's very, you receive that vital information, that source of life, that spaciousness, that clarity. And as you breathe in, feeling that courage to, welcome whatever you're facing, that slowing down of the exhale calms the sympathetic response. And it also helps heat the situation in which we feel warmer inside, we feel more grounded, we feel held. And there is this sense of delaying the gratification of reacting. And usually that's done on the inhale, of that, reacting, that we can respond in a way that is more aligned to meet our needs, and align in our path. So as you both have studied and as you guys have worked with me, is that we're practicing jnana yoga, which is yoga of knowledge. You stand in your own self-knowledge of understanding yourself and understanding what rocks you, what feels um, unstable for you today, and facing that uncertainty and knowing what defects of character, what shortcomings come up, our impatience, our intolerance, our arrogance, our the self-pity that comes up when we face change, and it's starting to take ownership and responsibility for our part of how we react to life. And then that karma yoga is that yoga of action, of understanding how to take certain actions and to be of service to ourselves as other people, and as well as other people. And then bhakti yoga, that yoga devotion of that sense of showing up for yourself, that self-care, devoting this time for you to explore, to nurture, to heal, to grow, and to expand in your life. But also that devotional practice and that ritualistic, as we become open and willing to hand whatever over to our practice, the heat of our practice that isn't serving us. So whether you see a person that you're finding difficulty with, a situation in which you're finding you're getting triggered with, whether it's a certain feeling or thought or mood that you want to offer, you breathe it in and you exhale for longer into that heat of the exhale. And this builds resilience because it shows you that you got this. You can breathe through this. You can build this stability. And from this stability, you can actually sense that there are helpful tools to navigate this human experience in a more loving, productive way as we embrace the unknown with more of a clear perspective, and that really holding the 5 upayas as a kind of essential ingredient to our own process, that sense of faith that it will be okay. We got this, you know, we have the courage to face change. And then that fully remembering kind of what really matters to us most. What do we need today? And that be here now. And as we awaken to the light of awareness, we have the opportunity to really celebrate today. So, with that all being said, we'll practice and we'll cross our shins. And as we cross our shins, creating an asana as you rock forward, just noticing in your pelvis, in your lower back, your upper back, your neck or head, maybe where you're finding either undigested information, whether it's soreness, whether it's mental, emotional, or just energetic kind of holding patterns that need addressing. Remembering that to create any of the asanas, we just need 2 things, sthira and sukham, that steadiness and that ease. And if you don't feel it, pranayama will help guide us there. So as we inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Inhale, come up. And arc over to the side. Inhale for 4. And exhale for 8 as we lean forward, reaching and exploring that depth of sensation. Stay here, either twist to the left or to the right. Inhale for 4. And exhale for 8. Inhale, come up. And exhale, change sides as you bow over. Now inhale for 4, watching the prana pattern. Exhale for 8, feeling that releasing, that letting go. That practice of surrendering that which doesn't serve us as you twist to the left or to the right, finding in your body. And inhale for 4. And exhale for 8. Inhale, coming back up. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips pointing forward as you press your hands into the floor, pulling your hands away, drawing the back of the body towards the front. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Come forward as you grab a hold of your thighs and just warm up your knees, bending and extending your legs, spreading the toes, and then crossing your ankles, roll over onto your hands and knees. Come into puppy pose, whether your fingertips are like teepees, chest to the floor, or bend your elbows, hands into prayer, pull your hips back, whatever feels better for your shoulders. And as you draw your bum back, creating traction, inhale for 4 and exhale for 8, following the inflow and outflow of the breath. Feeling that way of soothing, calming, releasing. And then slide forward onto your tummy. Bring your hands beside you. And as you inhale, roll up. Tuck your toes under. Come back into down dog and pedal out your feet, oiling the ankles. And then slowly walk your feet behind your wrists, grab an elbow and rock side to side. And then that little hugging, rocking, that nurturing way we comfort, reassure that we got this. Even though it might feel very scary or provoking, we have a path, tools to best use to help process, to create a clearer perspective. As you release your hands, bend the knees and inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up and exhale, arms down. So we're going to spread our toes, spread our fingers, and we're going to really fully engage from the fingers as you spread the toes. Engage the soles of the feet, the palm of the hands, squeeze the ankles, the wrists, squeeze the shins, the forearms, the knees, the elbows, the upper arms, the thighs, the hips, the buttocks, the shoulders. Lift your pelvic floor, lift your lower belly, squeeze your waist, rib cage, chest, neck. Feel that intensity grow to the crown of the head. Now inhale, hold your breath. And now exhale for 8. Slowly release from the crown, the face, the neck, the shoulders, the torso, the hips, the arms, the legs, down to the soles of the feet and the hands, and relax. And just now notice the weight, the quality of effortlessness. As you created effort, the byproduct is this spacious, expanding quietude. And from the space, bring your hands into prayer and ask yourself, what do you need from this practice to restore you to a state of serenity, sanity, and peace? As you listen, forming a prayer of intention. And as we open our eyes, lower our hands, as we hand our will and our life over to the care of our practice, allowing the prana to guide us. Inhale for 4, reach your arms up. Micro bend the knees, hinge at the hips. Exhale for 8. Let the movement mirror the rate in which you breathe. Inhale for 4, lift and lengthen. Exhale for 8 as you step back, either full or half chaturanga. Inhale for 4 as you come into your back bend. Slow down, exhale for 8 as you move into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up for 4. Exhale, knee to nose for 8. Press your hands and foot into the floor. Come up on your tiptoe, knee to nose, and squeeze. And then inhale, lift the leg. Shift forward. Press the hands, knee to the outside of your right armpit. Come up on the tiptoe. Feel the engagement of the whole body, the weight, the strength. Inhale, lift your leg up. Shift forward, come up on your tiptoe, cross over, squeeze. And then inhale. Exhale, look forward and placing your foot forward, drop the back heel. Interlace your hands and inhale, come up. Exhale, hands around your navel center. Start to straighten your leg as you hinge from the hips, folding forward for 8. Bend the front knee, reach your hand forward. As you inhale, come up. And as you exhale for 8, hands around your navel center and fold, extending your spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale for 8. Inhale, come up. Now exhale, point your fingers forward, squeeze your hands, spread the toes on the floor, and then lift your leg for Virabhadrasana 3. Spread the floating toes like you're standing on the back wall. Feel the effort grow up your limbs, holding you, settling you. Feel the weight, strength of your body, and 1 to 2 breathing, helping regulate the feeling of instability. Completing your exhale. Bend the knee, inhale, warrior 1. And as you exhale, open the wingspan of your arm, start to straighten your leg, and you're going to hug your leg. If you feel too unstable, place one hand to the floor. But the idea is to create instability and also turning your perspective upside down, in which challenges you to adjust. And use the tool 1 to 2 breathing. Use the tool of sthira and sukham. So holding the pose with this steadiness and an ease. And then regulating your breath to calm your reaction so you can respond from a clear space. Whatever thoughts, feelings come up, embrace it with the inhale and let it wash through you as you exhale. Looking down as you release your hands, bring your fingertips forward. Come into Virabhadrasana 3 variation again. Now, if you want, stay here. If you'd like, fold. If you'd like to even work a little bit more, left hand grabs a hold of the leg and try to twist your rib cage towards your straight leg. And then lifting the leg as high as you can as you fold. 1 to 2 breathing. Big step back as we inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come down slowly. 3-legged down dog. Optional vinyasa or stay in down dog. Left leg lifts up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose for 8. Feel that heat. We as yogis desire that heat. We call it tapas, heat for positive change. Whether it's physical heat, energetic heat, mental heat of concentration, knee to the outside of the arm. And we'll cross over. Placing that foot forward, dropping your back heel. Inhale, rise, Vira 1. And then hands around your navel center. This mudra is for unshakable trust, that sense of a quiet confidence, that self-belief that you got this. As you humbly bow, bend the knee, inhale. Breathe in whatever is present, and as you exhale, that art of surrendering, of letting go, of releasing. One more. Inhale, rise. Now, warrior 3, as you point your fingers, squeeze your hands, and then as you shift forward, lift your back leg, pressing the foot into the floor. Feel that stability and engagement rise from your foot up your leg. Spread the floating foot as you press it. Reach your fingertips forward. Fully, physically, energetically, and mentally be here now. Big step back as we inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, open the wingspan of your arms and hug your leg. As you hug, your right rib cage twists towards your left inner groin. As you feel yourself hugging in that loving, nurturing way, you care for yourself, devoted to this lifetime to care for the body, your mental, emotional well-being. 1 to 2 breathing helps stabilize, regulate, building that resilience physically, energetically, and mentally. Completing your exhale. Bring your fingertips forward, bend the knee. Inhale, lift the leg. Now either Virabhadrasana 3 this way, or you can fold. You can grab a hold of your ankle, twist your rib cage towards your leg, and lift the leg as high as you can. Big step back, warrior 1, as you reground yourself. Press your feet into the floor and feel that integrity and energy reach up. Slow exhale as you reach forward, hands to the floor. 3-legged down dog as you inhale. Move through a vinyasa slowly on the exhale, whether half or full. And then step 1 foot in between your hands and come into horse stance. So from horse stance, squat down, toes out, heels in. Inhale for 4. And exhale for 8. Feel the breath wash, rinse, release through. Inhale, create that coolness, that spacious light within. And as you exhale, allow that light to wash through you. Exhale, squatting down. Pivot into warrior 2 on the right side. Reverse. And as you deepen the crease of the top of the thigh, take your hand to your shin or ankle as you start to straighten your leg. Always keep a micro bend of the knee. And as you turn your lower ribs, midribs, shoulders, hand over your shoulder for Trikonasana, press your hand into your shin, shin into the hand, drawing your front foot forward, back foot back. So you feel that effort from the hands and feet draw up the limbs, providing that sense of stability. And then as you breathe, gaze at one point, noticing that ease. 1 to 2 breathing as you even out the speed bumps in the breath. Noticing it evens out the speed bumps in the mind. That we can shape our mind by shaping the breath. Finishing your exhale as you look down, bend the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pivot your feet round the other way. Bending the knee as you reverse out of that. Deepen the crease of the top of the thigh, hand to shin or ankle as you start to straighten the leg. Twisting the lower ribs, midribs, shoulders, Trikonasana. And sense in the pose, you create that space. You make yourself available, visible to awareness. Try not to be aware of being aware. 1 to 2 breathing. Making yourself visible to awareness. That honest reflection. Finishing your exhale as you look down, bend the knee, reverse out of that inhale. Now turning your toes forward, heels out. Lift and spread your toes. Ground the big toe joint, the inner heel. Microbend the knees and actively draw your feet and thighs away. Squeeze the shoulder blades, knit together the abdominals. And as you exhale for 8, slide your hands down, caressing the back of the legs. Notice how it informs the tissues, the nerves, the sensation body. Inhale, come up halfway, slide your hands up, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the breastbone forward. And then exhale for 8, slide your hands down, caressing the physical body, informing the tissues, healing, comforting. Inhale for 4, come all the way back up. We'll do that one more time. You might bring your hands more to the outer thighs as you exhale, sliding your hands down. Inhale halfway up, slide your hands all the way up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest. And then exhale for 8, fold all the way down. Pressing your hands into your shin, shin into the hands, lift the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe wide, deeply. That long exhale as you practice the art of surrendering, of truly letting go, of opening more space to the unknown with this clear perspective and trusting as you move through the process. Inhale, lift your chest, hands underneath. Lift up onto your right tiptoe, turn your left toe up, squatting down on your right heel. So you can come up on your tiptoe. So lift your heel, Maria. So just lift. That's it. So you're doing like a malasana. Now drop your chest in between. Draw your right thigh out, pressing your left heel. Draw your bum back. And a little micro bend of your left knee. Finishing your exhale. Inhale, change sides as you transfer your weight over. Your right toes point up. You're on your tiptoe, draw your bum back, drop your chest in between. Your left side's doing malasana, the right side's doing karmasana. And then you're going to come up, shift to the front of your mat, step back into down dog. And step your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Turn your heels in, toes out. Walk your hands back and squatting down. So you're in a deep, deep, deep squat. That's it. Draw your thighs away, lift and spread the toes, and reach your right arm up. Your next inhale will bring you back to center and change sides. And bring your hands back to center. And then hands to the floor, turn your toes forward, heels out. Wrap your arms behind your legs. You can either just grab an elbow or you can grab your shins. So opposite hands, opposite shins. So you bring your hands behind your legs and grab a hold of the opposite shin. And as you thread, hug your thighs to your chest, bending the knees as generously as you need. But then start to spread the toes, ground the feet, lift the inner arches, draw the calves into your forearms, hands into your shins, and feel that holding, that creating that effort and that holding pattern. One to two, breathing as you hold space for yourself to process, to feel that resilience. You got this. Release your hands, bend the knees, look forward, and inhale, come all the way up to stand up. And exhale, arms down. And just notice how you're taking up space. Feel that you belong to this body in this moment. Feel that quality of strength, but that way we effortlessly abide in the non-doing. Recall your prayer of intention as you breathe it in. Reach your arms up. Exhale for 8 and fold. Inhale for 4. And exhale, walk your hands forward for down dog. Your next inhale will reach your right leg up, turn the hip out to the right, come up onto your left tiptoe, press your hands into the floor. And then looking forward, place your knee behind your wrist, walk your back leg back, adjust your shin so it's parallel, and now walk your hands forward, resting your chest towards the floor and bow. In this way, we prostrate ourselves, connecting to that more devotional practice of honoring our life, our journey, the teachers that come before it, the thoughts and feelings that get us to curiously examine our lives and what it means to be embodied. And feeling held and grounded, that quality of the earth below you. Feel this willingness to soften, to let go. Relax the edges of our experience. Completing your exhale. Inhale, come up, heel into the groin. And then swim your left leg around. Place the foot to the outside. If it hurts your knee, straighten your leg, but hook your right elbow to the outside of your thigh. You can bind or hold, but as you twist, bow your chin towards your left chest, getting into the roots of the neck. So if Claire, if you twist the other way. There you go. No, your legs are right. Your legs are right. Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. And now 1 to 2 breathing, and be open, be curious. Find that wonderment of as you breathe into that limitation or restriction. Notice the quality of your exhale guiding you into the unknown. Still feeling held, hugged. Return back to center as you inhale. Stack your knees in Gomukhasana. If this is not helpful, cross shins. But as you stack your knees, arc over to the left. So right arm reaches up, left hand, start to bend your left elbow. Lift your lower belly, draw your tailbone down, draw your top knee into your bottom knee and draw your bottom knee forward. Notice by this point that the feelings that might have been present might have softened the hue, lightened up, and that you start to notice that thoughts and feelings are like passing weather. They feel very real, but they're not true. As you lean forward at a diagonal, reaching your fingertips as far forward, or if that doesn't feel nice, you just go straight forward. So you choose what feels better for your body. And if you turn your attention to that wakefulness, making yourself visible for this awareness, 1 to 2 breathing as you count, helping stabilize the mind, calming the nervous system, and opening. Opening to grace. Inhale, coming up. Lean back. Grab a hold of your thighs, hug them, and then lift the rib cage off the waist. Start to extend the legs. You might have your knees bent or your legs straight. And then bow your forehead towards your knees. You'll feel this very strong stretch along the fascia, the back of the head, into the neck, roots of the neck, down into the sacrum. 1 to 2 breathing, addressing this fascia connective tissue. Fascia is the emotional connective tissue where we store our emotions. So it becomes quite intense. But you might help it by saying, inhale, let. And as you lengthen your exhale, go. Release, cross your ankles, down dog. And then left leg lifts up, open the hip, come up onto your tiptoe, lift the knee even higher as you press your hands and feet into the floor. Look forward, bending the knee, walk your back leg back, adjust your shin, and then walking your hands forward, resting your chest to the floor. Welcoming it all, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, welcome it all, celebrate it and honor it. As it's all here to refine our experience of this embodiment. Inhale, come back up, bring your heel into your groin and spin your back leg round to front. Either hug or hook your arm. And as you twist, pressing your thigh into your arm, arm into your thigh, and then bow your chin towards your right chest, addressing that connective tissue between the shoulder blades. 1 to 2 breathing as you commit yourself to practice. Completing your exhale. Inhale, come back round to center. Stack your knees on top of each other, opening your legs, Gomukhasana. Arc over to the right, bow through the side body. Draw your top knee into your bottom knee. Draw your bottom knee forward as you lift your lower belly. Opening that lateral line down into the hip flexor we call tensor fascia lata. And it's a tensor muscle and it holds a lot of tension. So as we create that space on the inhale and slow it down on the exhale, releasing maybe what it holds. Lean forward at a diagonal to emphasize it, or if it feels better, just go straight forward. Feel the heat of the exhale, warming up the tissues. Sense that alertness of your energy body, but there's a quality of calmness. Inhale, coming up. Releasing your legs forward, bend the knees. And now bring your hands out to the sides. Wrap your arms underneath. Have your fingertips come up. And now you're going to grab a hold of the head. Now, if you want, keep your knees bent as much as this. Or if you want, you can start to straighten your heels forward, coming into Paschimottanasana. And then bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then left ear to your left shoulder. And as you rock your head side to side, feeling that special sensation that it draws from the head down to the sacrum, like little guitar strings, as you ease the tension, 1 to 2 breathing, you might hold or you might just keep moving. Again, intuitively find a way to address, create space, unravel, and dissolve any holding patterns. One more full breath cycle. Inhale, come up. Bring your hands behind you, point your toes, press your hands, lift the chest. You're more than welcome to just stay here or lift your bum as you exhale. Your next inhale, you'll bring your bum down and cross your ankles. Bring your hands to your knees. And now you're going to inhale all your breath in. Hold your breath, lift your pelvic floor, lower belly, bow your chin to your chest, press. And you feel this full engagement. Notice that awareness and that quality of stillness. Release the bandhas and exhale from the crown all the way down towards the seat. We'll do that again. Inhale fully. Straighten your arms and press your hands down, really just engaging the whole body, feeling the body very present, a vital container to hold this life force source, this clarity within. Feeling that weight like an anchor. When you release the bandhas, exhale slowly from the crown all the way down to your seat. Notice the byproduct of your effort as you rest in the non-doing. A quality of stability, stillness. And remember what matters to you most today. What brings you joy. What was your prayer of intention to practice as you breathe it in? Let this be your compass today as you bend your elbows, hands into prayer. And as you smile, gazing into your own heart, quietly saying to yourself, with great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. And humbly honoring all the teachers that come before us, whatever form they may take. And with a quieter mind, open heart, and a strong, vital body, slowly open the eyes, lower your hands, and softly gaze. Absorbing the residue of that practice. and taking that quality of awareness and feeling with you today. I thank you. Namaste.